Tennessee basketball has been a lot of fun to watch this year. But let's not forget, when this team craps the bed, they crap it full. The Vols lose 63-59 in what is the culmination of a bad day for Tennessee athletics. More about that after this intro. Happy Tuesday. My name's Frank Rock. This is the House of Orange Sports Channel. Let's get right into it, guys. Tennessee, South Carolina comes to Knoxville, beats Tennessee tonight 63-59. This is one I'll still stick with what I said on my preview. I don't think South Carolina should have come to Knoxville and won this game. We're going to break down why it happened tonight. Before I do, though, thank you guys for your support. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. Losing to South Carolina hits me a little harder. Living in South Carolina for about 4 years now. And, of course, I have some fun ribbing back and forth. But after 2 years ago when we went to Columbia to the football game, the infamous game, and just kind of the way we were treated that night, South Carolina has a whole other level of hatred to me. I cannot stand losing to these guys in any sport. And there was no excuse for letting South Carolina come to Knoxville and win. Hats off to them. They got the job done. But, it's pretty easy to figure out tonight. And we can sit here and say, well, officiating didn't go Tennessee's way at all times, which it didn't. But there's a few easy stats that explains this one. So, again, South Carolina comes to Knoxville, wins 63-59. They're playing good basketball. They're winning games. They beat two top 10 teams within a week now. So, you got to tip your hat to them. That puts them, a game ahead of Tennessee now in the conference standings. So, actually, it's going to put them, a half a game ahead of them because they were 5-2 coming in. So, that drops Tennessee to 5-2. South Carolina goes 6-2, so half game ahead of them. But, let's look at the stats on this one. For South Carolina, you've got Murray with 4, B.J. Mack 16, Davis 0, Johnson 3, Cooper 18, Gray 6. That was the guy said he's your biggest guy coming in, doesn't play a lot of minutes. 6.7 rebounds tonight. He was effective. They did what they needed to with him. Wright 3 and Stute 13. Nothing outstanding there, but Cooper was their guy. 4 out of 5 from 3-point range, 2 out of 2 the free throw line. South Carolina out-rebounded Tennessee 40-37. I didn't see that one coming. I thought Tennessee would have a good advantage on this one. They didn't tonight. But, the key thing here was you look at South Carolina's numbers, field goal percentage, they were right at basically 34%, 34.5% three-point. Let's go to the Tennessee side of things. It was the Dalton Connect show again, and basically nothing else. 31 points for Connect, 7 rebounds, 11 out of 24 shooting, 3 out of 8 from three-point line. I'm going to get to this other stat here, 6 out of 10 from free throws. All right, that's one stat that's going to come back here in just a minute. Jonas Adu, this is big here. I thought it matched up well for him tonight. Foul trouble, 6 points, 5 rebounds. Tonight he got outplayed. He got himself in foul trouble. Here's another one. Zakai Ziegler, 2 points. 3 assists, 2 turnovers, 1 rebound, 0 of 6 from field goals, 0 of 4 from 3-point, 2 out of 4 from free throws. And once again, this was my criticism was Zakai Ziegler's defense. Him and Vescovy both do it. They're good lockdown guys, especially Ziegler. But when the ball goes to the other side of the court, they tend to roam. He did it late, Ziegler did. He crashed when the guy's going down the lane, left Cooper wide open, 3, pretty much the dagger at ball game. Rick Barnes has got to fix that with Ziegler and Vescovy. Vescovy, 10 points. That's his 3rd game in a row in double digits. I'm not blaming him for any of the defense on that, but that is something I've noticed out of him and Ziegler. But going back to Vescovy's points, 10 points, 3 boards, 2 steals, 1 assist, only 1 turnover, 4 out of 7 field goals, 2 out of 4. This guy here, Josiah Jordan, 2 points again. 7 rebounds. I mean, he's doing other things, but this guy's adding nothing. He hasn't added anything scoring wise since they've gotten in SEC play, and it's not been good to watch. Awaka 6 points, 8 rebounds tonight. Got a little more time. Stayed out of foul trouble. JP Estrella 2 points. Justin Gainey 0. Meshack 0. Gainey back had 2 good games in a row and then 0 tonight. Tennessee's not going to win games. I've talked about, I said, and I kind of piggybacked off of a Wes Rucker article. Maybe they found when they have those nights they can't score, they can turn it over to Connect. Not when the whole damn team disappears. Not when the whole damn team disappears. I don't know if they're just an odd Connect, if them sitting around joking after the game other night, having their little fun. I don't know if they're now getting mesmerized or they're getting starstruck watching him, but they didn't show up tonight. And Connect's going to carry this team only so far. He needs other guys. When the whole team disappears like that, you're not going to win. I'll go back to a couple stats here. Tennessee did have a better field goal percentage, not 36.2 to 33.9, but here you go. 3-pointers, 23.8, 5 out of 21. Connect hit 3 of them. Vescovy hit 2. You had Ziegler, James, Gainey 0 for 9. That cannot happen. It cannot happen. And at what point is James going to lose some minutes? I know he ranks high defensively around the nation. I know he ranks like 6th in defensive rating or whatever. When does it cancel out when you can't score? Somebody's got to answer that one for me. And here's the other one. This was a big one. Here, South Carolina above their average in free throws. 15 out of 18, 83.3%. Tennessee, 12 out of 20, 60%. Are we even practicing free throws in Knoxville? Adu, 2 out of 4. Connect, 6 out of 10. Ziegler, 2 out of 4. Awaka, 2 out of 2 out of all people. He goes 2 out of 2. Probably the worst free throw shooter on the team. Ziegler, 50%. Connect, 60%. Adu, 50%. Those 2 percentages there, you're not going to beat decent teams. And I mean, like I said, I underestimated South Carolina coming in. I still think Tennessee's a better team. They weren't tonight. They'll get another shot at it, and if they play like this again, South Carolina will beat them again in Columbia. Carolina, I'll give Carolina credit. They are a good team. No other metrics. I mean, turnovers, Tennessee had less turnovers. Blocks, they had more blocks. They were even on steals. South Carolina had 4 more assists. They only had 3 more rebounds. That's not that big of a difference. Tennessee, higher field goal percentage. South Carolina hit 10 threes to Tennessee's 5. South Carolina hit 15 free throws to Tennessee's 12. You hit 5 free throws, you win that ball game tonight. 5. Don't Connect for all he does well. He's not shooting free throws well. That's something, and I would bet money he's going to be working on that. Ziegler, 2 points. He had those few good games. He gets named to the Cousy Award list. Disappears. I don't know what they do. Foul trouble. I mean, that's something with these big guys. I still think there's a world where you go Adu and Awaka some. But, if South Carolina had a guy with 20-some, 30-some points, I understand. I mean, especially you see Connect with 31. Don't have an answer on that. And, like I said at the beginning, this is just a culmination of a dark day. I'm going to record right after this. Tennessee and the NIL. That crap that's creeping up again. The NCAA lurking their head around. Again, I would really love to know what's causing this one. But, that's another topic for another video. I said it when I did the preview video. Big week for Tennessee basketball. It's still a big week. You go to Rupp Saturday night. You have a chance to rectify the week. I think people coming in would have probably been satisfied with a 1-1 week on that because you probably naturally factor in that you beat South Carolina at Thompson Bowling. I wouldn't have been out of the realm of possibility for them to go to Columbia and lose. I didn't think that. I didn't think South Carolina would come to Knoxville and did it, especially the way they've been on the road. They've not been that great of a road team, regardless if they beat a couple teams or not. They haven't beat good teams prior to that. They did it tonight. I think a lot of people would have taken 1-1 if you would have said, well, they beat South Carolina and then they lose at Rupp. A lot of times you're expected to. Well, if Tennessee beats South Carolina, or I'm sorry, loses South Carolina, turns around, goes to Rupp Saturday night, does that rectify the week? Is that satisfying? I don't know. It's always satisfying to beat Kentucky. It doesn't matter where it's at. So I think all will be forgiven if they go up there and do it. But let me tell you, I don't know if something's figured out or not. Sometimes you have that night. A lot of guys on this Tennessee team better go look in that mirror tonight, especially some super seniors who I've been hard on before. I'll be hard on again. They've been around there for a long time in conference. They have more experience than anybody. They need to be stepping it up. And I'm talking about the guys that have been there their entire career. I'm not talking about the guys that just came in this year on it. And then, your big guys, you got to stay out of foul trouble. How's that going to work at Rupp? You think officiating's been bad at this point? Just wait till Saturday night. You know what's coming at Rupp Arena. It always is. It's hard enough to beat Kentucky as is. Hopefully it'll be a fairly officiated game. I really hope it is, but you normally can't. It's like going to Alabama in football. The whistles aren't going your way. So we'll see how Tennessee bounces back. They have 4 days to prepare for that. Well, 3 whole days to prepare for it. And, maybe getting that week off was not a good thing. They really didn't play that well against Vanderbilt, but Connect kind of carried them to victory then, and they didn't play well tonight. The long layoff back around Christmas, they come out hot. This one, it's been the opposite. So we'll see. We'll see where this thing goes from here. But big game coming up Saturday night against Kentucky. It's not must win by any means. You could go lose at Rupp and still have a good chance to make a run in this league. But, that tonight didn't help. That's, in my opinion, that's not a good loss on their resume for come March. But like I said, coming up, I'm just still kind of flustered on this one. This is the aggravating one for me tonight. Not a game Tennessee should lose at home. It just isn't. And I'll end it on that. But I'm going to come right back with an NIL, talk about that a little bit, what I know, what's going on with all that. And I'm sure some of you've read up, just not a chance for me to record it until this point. But thank you guys for your support. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. My name is Frank Rock, House of Orange Sports Channel.